Hi guys, and welcome back to the 433 podcast. It's been a while since the last one, but we're going to go back and analyse Arsenal's overall start to the season. I'm joined again by the gruesome twosome, AP and Ibs. How's it going, guys?
What's up, mate? All good here. How are you doing?
Yeah, really decent, man. I've been enjoying all the football going on at the moment. It's been nice
Yeah,
to.
me too.
Yeah, I've been all good, and I'm just also enjoying the football, as you said. And I must say, like, I'm enjoying being an Arsenal fan, like right now. But we'll discuss. We'll go into more detail in a bit.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of positives to take at the moment, but I don't know. I think we'll look through it game by game, but I'm seeing a little bit of a drop off. I don't know how you guys are feeling about it. Like the results are still going our way, but there's definitely been a little bit more of an element of sort of scraping through games. I know you need to do that to sort of be in the top like sections of the table, but there's just a sort of a lack of urgency and desire that's sort of creeping in again, which is starting to worry me a little bit. I'm not sure if you guys have sort of been feeling that.
It
I
feels
think
like
it's
we've
just
been got. Sorry, AP.
you go ahead, mate.
I was thinking like we have been able to grind out the results recently. When like defensively, not looking as exposed as we've done previously. So I feel like that has improved, and going with the system that Arteta's playing, three at the back, Luis, Gabriel or Gabriel. Sorry if I butchered his name, but I think that system is quite robust. And then the only thing that we're lacking is the midfield. But then we got the attacking. I think it's coming together, and I feel like the counter attacking is all right. So I'm enjoying that, and in our Arsenal team at the moment.
Yeah, I think I'd probably agree with most of that. I think we still really do need that creativity coming through midfield. So Barca is definitely helping that. I think just like we were in the FA Cup last season, I think Sabah Shaka combo is the best we have at the moment. It just doesn't seem to be actually appearing on the team sheets at the moment, which is a little bit confusing. But
It's probably because El Nenny's having so many games, and he's not played badly. So
he hasn't played
he's probably
badly,
he
no.
might be the
True.
most consistent midfielder so far this
Mm.
season.
It's
Mm.
just I feel like when you're playing it in a midfield too, not to even knock El Neni because he has been so good since the start of this season, which I don't think anyone saw coming. But he's been incredible. But if you're only playing a midfield two, you're leaving it to the other midfielder to do almost all the rest of the work going forward because Onani can't really
Yeah,
operate like that, which is why today you saw him
Mm.
pulling him back when we were on the offensive to right back and pushing Bellerin forward. But then you know my thoughts on that, so we won't worry about that. But I guess we'll go through some of the results now. I mean we're looking all the way back to the Community Shield, which I mean we've beaten Liverpool on penalties twice now in the last month, which is quite
Yes.
nice. But then I'd still argue we didn't really turn up as well as we should have done in the actual game that mattered, which was the one at Anfield last Monday. And how did you guys feel about that game overall?
with that Anfield game.
Yeah, the 3-1 loss in the league.
Oh man, it was a little bit. It was a little bit of a dead performance, but at the same time, I feel like there was still something more there in the sense that we didn't just completely get flattened. But it just felt really negative. I know you got to defend and all that sort of stuff, but it wasn't as exciting as some of our counter-attacking play has been in previous games against these big teams.
Definitely agree with that. I mean, if you look at it, we did do better than we have done in our previous visits. I mean, we were still in
Yeah,
the game until like the 86th minute or whatever, looking like we could,
Mm.
like almost towards the end of the game, it really looked like we might actually be able to get something out of it. But then, obviously, due to Laka, unfortunately, well, just making the wrong decision when he was through on goal, and just a lack of other chances, we weren't really able to do anything. But there were definitely positives to take away from that game, I think.
Yeah, and I think that game is like against Liverpool is kind of like a benchmark to see how the rest of the season is going to go. Like because you're facing against one of the top teams in the whole league. It's like when you're facing Liverpool or City, it's like a benchmark. All right, these are the top teams.
Mm.
Where are you going to be? and I felt like we were in it. We were in the competition. It's not like they completely
Yeah.
outplayed us. We had good chances. Lacazette was through on goal several times. Unlucky with his finishing, but I mean, on another day, it could have been 3-3.
I mean,
Just
yeah. I
put it
mean,
out
you could
there.
argue Liverpool are the best team in the world right now. So
True.
to take them to the last 10 minutes of the game is a pretty decent effort. But then, I mean, from the other side, you could say that Liverpool, they were pretty comfortable for most of the game. Really.
Yeah,
But
you're
definite
right. Yeah,
improvement. Like, I mean, when we
definitely.
went away there last year, it was pretty much Pepe doing Van Dijk, and that was the only thing to take away from the game, wasn't it? I mean, so
There's no highlights.
yeah, it's a step in the right direction from there, I think.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true.
So I guess, yeah, Liverpool. I think we've played them enough for a while now. 3 games in a month is fine. I mean, yeah, 2 wins on penalties. We'll set that aside, but we've definitely given them a few decent games, and then obviously, yeah, we did have the win at the end of last season. Now, aside from that, getting back to the league results, I think 3 wins and a loss overall. I mean, any Arsenal fan would have taken that, looking at our starting fixtures.
Yeah, and the losses against the champions, so not in a defeatist way, but that is one game which, given our situation, I just would have been surprised if we got anything more than that.
Hmm.
So that's an acceptable loss at the moment.
I think
So
Definitely, I
quite-
agree with that.
I think, yeah, Fulham. That was a great opening day performance. Probably the best opening day performance we've had in a very long time. We did everything
Yeah.
we needed to do in that game. I know Fulham are probably, well, almost certainly going down. I don't know if you guys saw the Paddy Power thing last weekend, where they've
Nah.
already paid out on Fulham to get relegated after
Oh, God.
last week's performance,
Oh,
which I
wow.
thought was a bit harsh. But then Paddy Power love to get their sort of well, free advertising on Twitter, don't they? Doing shit like that. But yeah, that was a good result. But then we've had 2-1 results, a little bit different in each one. But I don't. How did you guys feel about that West Ham game?
I don't want to say it was similar like today's game, but it was just one of those ones where we didn't do all that we could have done, and it were moments of brilliance in this game today, for example, and that's the only thing that got us through those fixtures, because they weren't exactly impressive performances.
Yeah, I think.
And then
Yeah.
the West Ham that turned up against us, they seemed like they really wanted to have that game as well. They were playing really well. They sort of had a turn of form in comparison to that first game. So I feel like we did just scrape a win, but I think we did well to scrape that win. We could have easily dropped points and came away with the draw.
I
Like
think
West Ham have been playing well since then as well.
that is true, but I think that's the key thing that's really starting to worry me. That we kind of saw a bit again today is that, like, why does a team like West Ham have so much more drive to win a game than we do? Like when they turn up to game, like I thought with the sort of we're still getting consistency from like Arteta, but it seems like the players aren't quite giving him like 110% like they were towards the end of last season. I don't know if you guys are feeling that as well, but well, that West Ham game, I really thought West Ham deserved all 3 points. They just didn't. They just didn't take their chances, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair enough. To be honest, I could see what you're saying as well. In that game, it just I don't know. It was something off. No one was. It wasn't really. They had the same drive and the same passion that you saw at the end of last season.
And then there was also the case with, well, thankfully they have fiddled around with the rules again since the crazy handball antics that have been going on recently. But somehow Gabriel got away with like the clearest handball out of all of them. I don't know how we got away with that, but that would have put us 2-1 down and made it a very different game.
There's been so many terrible refereeing decisions in the last couple of game weeks, last few game weeks, just this season in general.
That's the thing.
This handball rule is confusing.
It's not even really like, if anything, VAR's been its most effective it's ever been. It's just the rule itself has just been a complete shambles.
Yeah.
Like they have been very consistent with it, But yeah, thankfully, I think from this week onwards they have changed it to make it so it has to be deliberate, like just for the Premier League. Thank God, because I
Yeah,
don't
I
know if
mean,
you guys saw the stats, but
Yeah.
I think the previous record for number of penalties in a season was like 112, and we were on target for 296 or something this season.
bloody hell.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's absolutely insane, really.
You could tell that
Doubling the record.
football was broken at that stage. But yeah, if they've changed the rule now and we've got away with it, then that's fine by me.
Yeah. For once, luck has come our side, really.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, we usually do quite badly on that front, but yeah, I mean, West Ham, we got the points at the end of the day. So I guess that leaves us with today's performance. What did you guys feel overall?
To be honest, overall, I'm quite pleased with it. I know at points we didn't perform that well, but solid defensively, although a couple of lapses here and there towards the end when they were putting pressure on us.
Mhm.
But the attacking performances, the first goal, we opened them up really, really well. Saka, that was such a good header. And Pepe to get a goal, it's amazing. And seeing other people, not Aubameyang, getting them, is showing that sort of goal scoring pressure is relieved off of him. So then hopefully the whole team could perform better. There's not much pressure on him, so he could get more out of him really for me. So I think that game, I'm quite happy with that result.
He is quite funny because you bring up Aubameyang there about the fact that he hasn't scored since he signed the new contract. Though, is it going down
That's true.
is it going down the Mesut Ozil route? He's bagged the
Oh,
cash and now
No,
he's on the beach.
deja vu. It's happening
uh,
again.
I don't see that though. I think they're both they're different kind of players really. Yeah, Ozil. Don't get me started on Ozil, man.
No, yeah, we don't get you started on Ozil, mate. That's a bad idea.
Uh,
I'm
talk, talk,
disappointed. I'm so disappointed about all of it. But
talk about Aubameyang in this game. He might have not
yeah.
scored, but he did have a couple of sort of half opportunities in that first part of the game.
On another day,
And
he probably would have scored, I think.
All the attack was going down that left hand side. Yeah,
definitely.
he may have not have scored, but it's annoying because he hasn't got me many points in my fantasy team this season.
Yeah, I took him out after the second game, just because
That
we were
might be
going
worth
into
a
some rough
worth a
ones.
shot.
But then yeah, I took him out for De
Same.
Bruyne, and he's got me like a total of like 7 points or whatever. So
It's
yeah.
exactly the same
I
here.
think this season in general has been the most unpredictable in a long, long time. There's just results going
It
left, right, and
has.
centre.
Could you ever imagine Leeds drawing with City? Like that was like ridiculous. I thought City would turn them over. I know Leeds have been playing well, but that was a big surprise. And then West Ham beating Wolves 4-0.
Yeah, and they
And
beat Leicester
Everton
3-0
smashing
today.
everyone.
Yeah.
West Ham, Moyes has got them doing the absolute business when most people had West Ham to get relegated. He does
And
deserve
crazy.
credit, that guy.
Yeah.
Everton benefiting from Usmanov's money, just buying all these players and smashing everyone.
We don't want to talk about the Usmanov stuff because it will make me cry a little bit.
Oh,
It's just another one in the long story of
Depressing.
fuck ups.
I know.
They have been Everton have been such a good team to watch at the moment. I have watched. I think I've seen all their games.
They have been good.
But
That's what I'm looking
James
forward to, the
Rodriguez
Merseyside
is
derby.
just unreal. Yeah, for looking forward to the Merseyside derby for the first time in a decade or whatever.
It's going to be such a good game. Well, on paper.
Now it should be two really, really good on form teams. And Everton, Calvert-Lewin, he just looks on fire. It doesn't look like he's not like gonna score. Every game he looks like he's gonna score.
It's crazy that because he had such a good start to last season and didn't score in the whole of the time since the restart, and now he's back at it again. I don't really know what happened there, but I mean, overall, with all this considered, I think actually being in the top four at this stage in the season has been a pretty good performance overall. I know that I've been
Definitely.
nitpicking a little bit, and there's definitely, I think, we just need to start taking games a bit more seriously from the get-go. I mean, we've got City next weekend. There can't be a better time to play them, surely.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
stuttering.
It just seems like there's a lot of problems at the club at the moment. I don't really know what's going on because they keep throwing more money and more money at players. I know that they've got injuries in the striker department, but they should have enough quality to be beating these teams that they're struggling against. I mean, they're
Yeah,
Just
teams.
you're
wonder
right.
how much longer
Ti-
Pepper's gonna be there.
Oh yeah, I'm genuinely thinking that he might be on the way out. Even I know there was a lot of talk even at the end of last season because he is at the end of the day. I know they want to win everything, and he's delivered them the league with the Centurions or whatever. But he has been brought in to win that Champions League, and his record in the
Yep.
Champions League has
Hmm.
been absolutely shocking since he left Barcelona.
Yep.
Or
It's
did
the
he-
longest he's been at any club. and
Really?
He hasn't been able to. Yeah, he hasn't been able to deliver that.
What, longer than Barca?
And I mean as a manager, obviously
Yeah,
not as a player.
that's crazy.
Oh, dang.
You just assume that he was at Barcelona in those peak years for quite a lot longer than that.
It's because he played for them before as well, so he was
Mm.
there for a long time in that sense. But
Yeah, I guess that must have
Obviously.
been under like Rijkaard and stuff like that.
I believe so.
But yeah, I
That's
think
when Arteta came through there. He was playing for them at a similar time
yeah, because
as Pep. That's when they met the first time. Would have been then.
but it has to be the time. Like I know, well, I thought Pep was going to roll them up to get a decent win yesterday, even though I really do rate Leeds, but we have to give them
Yeah,
a
same.
proper game this time. I know it's away. I don't think we've not conceded 3 goals against them in a long time in the league.
Yeah.
But times have to
since that-
change.
Yeah. I feel like the last time we didn't lose 3-0 to them in the league was that Santi and Coquelin midfield.
Yeah, the dream
Oh
team.
yeah. When Coquelin had his like unreal season.
What I'd do to have Santi Cazorla in our team right now.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what we're missing as well. Like
Yeah.
he was like sort of central midfield playmaker as well as could also do some good defending as well.
But that's how the
I think-
Arsenal cycles always work. We always have one element of the team that's severely lacking, and then the great players we have just get wasted.
Since the Invincibles, that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, can
Year
we
after
just
year.
not sign the last 1 or 2 players to just complete the team? And
But
actually
look
have
at
a
what's
go?
happening this season.
It's true. Oh, dear.
Struggles.
But then,
But
I know there's not a lot of talk. We're not going to go into the transfers heavily, but if we don't actually get anything else in, top 4's it is going to be difficult.
Yeah.
How about Hosam Aouar? Do you reckon he could solve our problems in midfield?
I'm not entirely actually sold on that signing. I think there's been so much hype on it without
Yeah.
actually seeing that much from him. Like, I know he had a good time in the Champions League last season, but we're still expecting a player that's doing well in the French league to just slot in the Premier League and like somehow to change us into title challengers. And but this is what the Arsenal fan base
Yeah.
does. We have a set of problems, and then we'll identify this player to come in who we all suddenly say is like fucking Jesus, that will then come in and save the team. It happened with Rob Holding when we were having like defensive ways. AP, you got to remember us talking even when we went to the ground about how Holding is going to come back, it'll be great, and then it became Saliba, and it
Yeah.
now looks like Saliba's going back on loan.
Yeah,
Like,
what's up with that
you
one?
can't even
Oh,
get
God.
a game, and like it's really weird. It really sounds like he hasn't passed the eye test with Arteta. Like,
Or Gabriel is just performing really, really well.
yeah,
He
but
wants to
I
stick by
want
him.
both. That is the partnership. That is the the new Tony Adams and whatever else. Like, if you just get those playing together as a decent pair, why can we not have them around David Luiz? I know Holding's been doing all right, but let Tierney actually be a left back.
Yeah, man. If we're playing through at the back, then having Tierney at left wing back would be something good.
It is
Very,
definitely
very good.
impacting him. Like Tierney hasn't
Yeah.
been able to express himself like he was at the end of last season so far. I don't think.
one of the best things about Tierney is his crosses as well. So you would want him down the flank.
Mm.
But I guess he wants to play Saka or Ainsley Maitland-Niles at left wing back.
I mean, it is all trying to get the right players on the pitch, but at the end of the day, I still would rather get Partey. And the fact that the release clause is there has to be a way for Arsenal to shuffle some money around and just get it done. Surely, we won't get another opportunity to do it.
I don't think we'll have an opportunity to get either of them again.
No, because isn't there talk that Real are coming or trying to swoop in to get Aouar anyway?
Yeah, Juventus are interested too. Apparently, none of these teams can afford him this season, but from the next transfer window, allegedly, they will be able to, which is why it's our only opportunity, really, to get someone like him.
Just take the hit now, even if we have to have a weaker window next year. And if we get top 4, we won't need to have it won't damage our transfer window next year because it's risk to reward, isn't it? But we're playing it so safe. Well, it's not even playing it safe. We are doing the rest of the team a disservice and limiting our chances greatly. Because everyone else is strengthened around us in the transfer window. If United get Cavani as well, I know they've still got defensive trouble, but they are going to be destroying teams with their attack. And we haven't really done much. I mean, we're definitely getting into another conversation now.
Yeah, this could get dangerous.
This is the AFTV rants beginning there, but getting it back onto track. I think to sort of close things, it has been a very, very positive start to the season. Probably about as well as it could have gone.
It's probably better than what I expected. I thought we'd drop points at least in one of these games.
We're getting all the points that we should be getting at the moment.
Definitely.
If that continues for the rest of the season, that's top 4. Done deal. I really don't even care if we're not actually getting clean sheets most of the time. As you get the 3 points, you get the 3 points. It really doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, exactly. That's all that matters is the result.
We just need some consistency. Keep beating teams we should be beating, and at least staying competitive in the harder games. And that's all you can ask for right now.
Yeah, there's nothing easy coming up. I mean, we've got City, Leicester, United, and even Villa. Villa have had a great transfer window. They really have.
You're right.
So no easy games, and the Europa League starts up next week, I think it is. Not this week coming. So I think Arteta's got to be playing the kids in that. I know that is a trophy I'd really like us to try and win this year. We deserve a Europa League at this stage.
We have a good. No disrespect to any of those teams, but that could be a 6 out of 6 sort of situation based on what you see on paper.
It really should be.
So we can afford to not play maybe our Premier League players in every single position.
But we're getting trouble
until the later rounds.
Yeah, we're having trouble actually getting everyone onto the pitch for the starting 11 in the Prem. But there's so many talented players we have now that they can just be playing week in, week out in the Europa League, and it's still going to be great for their improvement as players. And anyone that plays really well can slot straight into the first team. I still think Europa League is a win-win, because there's always that discussion of, should we just ditch the Europa League and focus on the league? But with a squad our size at the moment, especially, I think it's only a good thing.
Yeah, we could give Willock a try, give Nketiah starts. I mean, even Nketiah's playing in the Premier League, but we could rotate with him and Reece Nelson. All these players, they need to have some game time. If they perform well, we could break into the first team like Saka.
Yeah, absolute boss. Love the kid. And hopefully Martinelli is coming back soon. I don't know what the state of his injury is. I think, was it Mustafi that did that to him?
I'm not too sure, but I know he's back in training at the end of the year, so we won't see him in for a while.
Is he ever going to be the same? Did we have that one glimpse of glory, and now he's just broken?
That would be
a shame.
He got his name on the back of the fake Arsenal shirt. He's got to come back.
He would have been such an asset this season if he had carried on like he had.
Yeah, he would just bring an extra dimension to the attack.
He's just so exciting as a player.
He's electric. He just gets the ball and he runs forward. with no fear.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
like
which is what-
even comparing him to all the other like youth players we've got at the moment, he is still my favourite by a long shot because you never know what he's going to do next. We haven't had a player like
From-
that since Sanchez, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was literally about to say the same thing.
You're right.
Alexis was the last one to have that like unpredictability, where he's just lightning and he's just like running up and down. Defenders don't know what's going on.
Right, so well, I guess we're sort of given a quick overview of everything. We'll have another episode coming out to discuss all the transfers after the window. But I guess just to wrap it up, do you guys still think? Well, are you more or less confident about top four right now than you were at the start?
For me, I'm a lot more confident seeing our results and then also seeing other teams' results. For example, Chelsea drawing at West Brom. I feel like we're actually getting the points that we need to. Other teams are struggling to do that. I thought Chelsea are going to doing a lot better. So I'm very, very happy, to be honest, and impressed with Arteta.
AP?
I think based off of what we've seen so far, I think it's a possibility. I don't want to say I'm any more confident until and if we sign any more players in the positions that we require, strengthen our weaknesses. But I think we have a good core to complete that mission. It just depends if the board back the manager in the transfer market because
2 days to
need
go.
some of that. We need some of that. Well, what we can do right now is hope. We can protest later
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. I'm not. Well, yeah. They're probably quite happy. They probably think they can get away with it because we're all stuck in our houses. I'm gonna
That's what we're
social
done for.
distance, like stand outside the Emirates, like flares and pitchforks. But yeah,
Meter
lots of
apart from each
positives to
other.
take. But yeah, thanks guys for coming back on for another episode. I know we're gonna try and be a bit better with them going forward. There's just so many. There's never not a game on, it seems, at the moment.
Yeah, every week there's like 2-3 matches, like, oh my god, this season's progressing.
But I don't know. I think fortnightly is probably a good sort of thing for us to aim for going forward. So yeah, look out for the next show, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you did. And yeah, thanks again, AP and Ibs, for joining me.
Nice one.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having me.
All right, see you guys soon.